It's October time. That means it's Halloween time. That also means it's time to get into some more festive movies. So, I was thinking that we start off with a bang. So today, guys, I'm showing you everything you missed in the Pixar movie Toy Story of Terror. Okay, now before I begin, I gotta say a little things about the movie. So I wasn't very surprised to see it because, the first time I ever saw it on TV on ABC back in 2013 when they actually released it, I gotta say it was kind of scary at all times, but it was a little bit cool at the same time, like all the other Toy Story movies. Okay, now enough chit chat. Let's talk about the movie Toy Story of Terror. So, Toy Story, which you know, is the kickoff for Pixar's success. So, of course, it makes perfect sense that we see hidden Easter eggs all over the place whenever we have a Toy Story movie. Even though this movie is only 30 minutes long, it doesn't change the rules about Pixar. Because as long as it's a Disney and Pixar movie, like Toy Story 1 or 2 or 3, they have to have Easter eggs in it. Okay? So there were a lot of Easter eggs in this movie, unlike there were the probably exact same amount of Easter eggs that were in Toy Story 3. But here's the thing, if you want me to do an Easter egg video about Toy Story 3, tell me. I will do it. I'll be proudly do it. Unlike all the other Toy Story movies. Okay, here's the thing. So we're gonna start off from the beginning to the end, okay? So let's start off in the opening scene, okay? In the opening scene, we find ourselves driving down a highway, which kind of looks like a lot like the highway from Cars 1, but it's not. Cars is based off Route 66, and Route 66 doesn't really go through wherever that road was, okay? So enough with all that stuff, okay? So let's start off with the ones which we know for sure are Easter eggs, okay? So first off, so let's check about, let's go first with Bonnie Small, okay? Bonnie Small, Mrs. Anderson, is clearly a big fan of Toy Story because, so when they stop at the hotel, the Sleeper Motel, after they get a flat tire, you clearly see on the back of her car, she has a license plate holder that says, I brake for Pizza Planet. You know, Pizza Planet, the restaurant from Toy Story 1. Also, guys, she also has bumper stickers on the bottom left of her car. So one of them says Sunnyside, obviously referencing back to Sunnyside Daycare, referencing back to Toy Story 3. And the bumper sticker next to that, Han Cho, and that's reference to the last name of the set supervisor, John Han Cho. Okay? And now here's about two more, okay? So her license plate says MCU 726. Okay, so that's not random, actually. With Pixar, nothing is random. So PCU actually stands for Marvel Cinema University, and it started on July 2nd, 2006. Also, her license plate expires November 2013. So this could be an Easter egg to the release date of the movie. However, it was released October 2013, but according to Pixar, release dates do change from time to time. So perhaps this was just a fail Easter egg. Or perhaps this was just a weekend giveaway to the first two Toy Story movies, since they were both released in the month of November. Like Toy Story 1 was released back in November 22nd, 1995, and Toy Story 2 was released 4 years later, November 24th, 1999. Okay, now, spoiler alert, we already knew that Ron was officially going to be the bad guy. But here's the thing, if you look at his coffee mug when his iguana, Mr. Jones, finds Jesse and brings him to his lair, you already know that, because it says, here comes trouble. You know what's scary though? If you pause it when the lightning strikes in Bonnie's mom's car, you clearly see that there is nothing in any direction if you pause it. That's right, they're out in the middle of nowhere. But they just happen to get a flat tire right next to this cheesy hotel. So I think Ron has something in the road, like a right side of nail or a piece of glass or something to sabotage the car, so they need to stop. but here's the thing. On the right side though, Ron can't be all that bad though. He also has a white Pixar lamp on his desk. But here's the thing. I couldn't find that anywhere. But so I had to watch the very end of the movie. Turns out I finally found it. So when Ron the manager finally gets caught, so when Ron the manager finally gets caught, with Bonnie's toys, we clearly see on the back of his office, you can clearly see the Luxo lamp is on his desk. Also, guys, he's more, but he's really of a Pixar fan too. If you look closely, when Ron is putting Jesse on a make-believe version of eBay, you can clearly see behind his back is a poster for the famous Pizza Planet truck. So it's a little bit hard to see, but you can see it. Anyway, speaking of eBay, if you look closely on the page in which Jessie was put on by eBay by Ron, you can clearly see that she's on sale for $19.99. If you remember, the first time we ever saw Jessie was in Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 was released in the year 1999. Okay, now let's talk about Woody, okay? Ron sold them for $2,000. But who in the right mind would pay so much money for a used toy? Unless they knew they could sell it for much, much more. That's right, we're talking about, again, Toy Story 2, but this time we're talking about Al from Al's Toy Barn. And this isn't just a random guess either. We knew Al was the winning bidder because the shipping label on Woody's package says it's being shipped to Al's Toy Barn. So after Toy Story 2, Al is still looking for a complete set to have the sale of a lifetime in Japan at the museum. Okay, now here's a little question for you guys. Do you think that Al from Al's Toy Barn is going to be the villain in Toy Story 4? Or do you think it's going to be someone new? I'm thinking it's someone new because in Toy Story 1, the villain was Emperor Zurg. And then in Toy Story 2, the villain was Al because it was someone new. And then in Toy Story 3, it was someone new again. It was Lotso, Hug, and Bear. So maybe in Toy Story 4, it's going to be someone new. So they're probably going to be repeating the pattern. But on the other hand, I think it's going to be Al because his name was mentioned in Toy Story of Terror. Okay? Also guys, here's the thing. If you look closely at that shipping label to Al's Toy Barn, you can clearly see underneath it is 1001 W Cutting Boulevard. And that's not a random road actually. That's actually the road of where Pixar was back in 1999 when they were releasing Toy Story 2. Except in the summer of 2008, they changed it to Emeryville, California, of where they are right now. Also guys, if you look closely under Ron's left hand when he's placing the label, you clearly see the number 1195. And that's not a random number either. It's referencing to Toy Story 1 because according to Pixar, Toy Story was the first one released in 1995. Okay, so now let's talk about Combat Carl. So, in case you notice, Combat Carl is actually voiced by Combat Carl Mickens, which plays in Happy Gilmore. And besides, if you look closely at both of them, you probably notice they're both missing their right hand. And they both just happen to lose their hand to a green monster. In fact, guys, underneath the sink, also guys, so the first time that we get to see Combat Carl is under the sink. So you can clearly see under the sink. The sink was actually made by Pixar with the Luxo Ball stamp. Okay? And also guys, so this next one may be a little bit stretched. So I'm gonna need your help on this next one, okay? Here's the thing. So Woody and Buzz and Jessie find Potato Head's arm, it's going like this, right? I can't believe that Buzz and Woody kind of figure out it was saying the number 1. But Jessie realized it's pointing up. So when Jessie says it's pointing up, I think maybe she's making a reference to Up, the Pixar movie. Do you think so? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay, but of course we can't forget about Bonnie. She's literally letting Easter eggs, okay? So, in the next morning at 6 a.m. Just before they're leaving the sleepover motel, you clearly see her necklace is the same necklace in which Annie's mom dropped off the toys at Sunnyside Daycare in Toy Story 3. And that shirt that she has, that's not some made-up character. It's actually DJ Luce from the Toy Story tune Small Fry. It's on the bonus features. So if you have a movie like I do, go to the bonus features and you'll see Toy Story tunes Small Fry. Okay? Okay, so most of you can get this at your local Walmart or Target or Best Buy or anywhere where you can get it from. Okay. What else? Oh, okay. So how about this one, okay? Okay, so Bonnie and her mom, stay in room 7. You clearly see when the lightning strikes, you clearly see on top of the beds is a picture hinting to The Good Dinosaur, which was a future movie. Okay? Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, now, so here's something which doesn't really make any sense to me, okay? Okay, so it's kind of nice that we can clearly see that Jessie was able to save Woody with a paperclip that she found in her box. But what really doesn't make any sense to me is that when Woody gets packed up, he had a paperclip in his box as well. Although in the past, like in Toy Story 1, he was clever enough to get through tough situations like getting out of the claw machine in Pizza Planet in Toy Story 1. And speaking of Toy Story, so you probably noticed, remember in Toy Story 1 when Sid blew up that comeback Carl? I think maybe they put that comeback Carl and put it here in Toy Story of Terror, right? Because in case you notice, in Toy Story 1, we clearly see that Sid blew up one, and it's a comeback Carl, right? So, well, I guess it makes sense though. Okay, now I've saved the best one for last, okay? Here's the thing. So with me here, okay? So Russ has been around since the beginning, but did you ever notice that his skin has a hidden Mickey on it? Because it does. So the one side that you can clearly see the Mickey is on his neck when he says 6 a.m. Meaning we have to stay here all night. You can clearly see on his neck, 3 of the spots do McMickey. Okay? And I think that's it now, okay? And this was a shout out, and this is a quick shout out to Crazy Nate. So Crazy Nate, I gotta say, your Everything You Missed Toy Story of Terror video was outstanding. But here's the thing, I gotta say one thing though. I think you missed an Easter egg in your video, okay? So here's the one, okay? Here's the thing. So in the opening scene when they arrive at the Sleepover Motel, you can clearly see Buzz, Woody, Miss Potato Head, and Trixie are using a crowbar to open up the toolbox, right? But here's the thing. So when Jessie is deeply breathing, we can clearly see when it opens. You can clearly see to the left side of Jessie, we can clearly see a yellow and black striped screwdriver, right? So here's the thing. I don't think that's the round screwdriver actually. I think it's the screwdriver from Toy Story 3 when they're trying to open up the back of Buzz Lightyear and switch them from play to demo. I think that screwdriver is the exact same one in this screwdriver in Toy Story of Terror. So here's the thing. So Crazy Nate, I just want to make that a quick shout out to you. Anyway, that's all for today. Anyway, subscribe so you don't miss our next Easter adventure. And remember, most importantly of all, Gents and Gentlets, share a smile. They are contagious. Until then, see you next time. Signing off for now. Pound it. Nugget. See ya.